We tend to think of aging as one thing happening to us, as if somewhere in the body, a switch flips at a certain age. But at the level of the cell, that's not what scientists see. Not one thing, 12, all at once. In 2013, researchers published a paper in Cell proposing 9 hallmarks of aging. 10 years later, the list grew to 12. The number isn't the interesting part. What matters is the test they set. To count as a hallmark, a process must become evident during normal aging, accelerate aging when amplified, and if targeted, have the potential to slow, stop, even reverse aspects of aging. To be clear, that's the framework for defining a hallmark, not proof these interventions already work in humans. That third condition is the hardest, and the reason anyone cares. To understand how they fit together, we can think of the 12 hallmarks as unfolding across 3 layers. The first layer is damage itself. DNA is constantly exposed to damage, and every time it's copied, new errors can occur. As cells divide, the protective caps on their chromosomes gradually shorten. Epigenetic marks that regulate gene activity drift from their original patterns. Protein quality control fails, and the cell's recycling system slows down. All of this is already happening. It was happening when you were 20. Being young doesn't mean no damage. It means repair is still outrunning damage. The second layer is how the body responds to damage, the counterintuitive part. Because these responses aren't flaws. Cellular senescence is protection. A cell that detects severe DNA damage may stop dividing, reducing the risk of abnormal growth. Nutrient sensing is a regulatory system, deciding when to grow and when to shift toward repair. The problem isn't that these systems exist. It's that with age, they become dysregulated. Some persist too long. Others lose their ability to adjust. Normally, damaged cells are cleared by the immune system, but with age, some accumulate and start releasing inflammatory signals to everything around them. A protective response, stretched across enough time, becomes the injury. The third layer is the whole organism. Stem cell reserves shrink, tissues renew more slowly, communication between cells gets noisier, low-grade inflammation becomes constant, and the gut microbiome shifts. By this layer, aging isn't happening in a cell anymore, it's the whole body losing coordination. The organs are still working, but cells, tissues, and organs aren't coordinating as well as they once did. But here's the part that matters. These 12 aren't items on a checklist, they feed each other. Mitochondrial dysfunction can increase oxidative stress. Persistent damage may push more cells towards senescence, and signals from senescent cells can disrupt nearby cells further, which tells us 2 things. First, aging has no single cause, so no single fix. Second, if they're connected, changing one might move several. That's become an important direction in aging research. But most of that work is still in animals and early stage research. The distance between this makes sense and this works in people is long, which lets us look back at the last 2 episodes. We asked why sleep starts breaking earlier after 40, and why women live longer but spend more of those years unwell. At the time, those looked like 2 unrelated stories, one about sleep, one about population statistics. They're not the same phenomenon and not driven by exactly the same mechanisms. Behind early waking, circadian rhythm, sleep homeostasis, light, psychology. Behind the health survival paradox, disease patterns, social factors, and potentially biology. But at a deeper level, some of the underlying biology may overlap, including changes in circadian regulation, inflammation, repair capacity, and systemic coordination. There's one detail worth staying on. These 12 hallmarks don't appear in every organ at the same time. In 2025, a review in Trends in Endocrinology and Metabolism Proposed 9 hallmarks of ovarian aging: genomic instability, cellular chronic inflammation overlapping heavily with the list for the whole body. What differs is timing. Compared with many other organs, age-related changes in ovarian function often become observable and measurable earlier. In mouse studies, some of these hallmarks appear even before substantial follicle loss becomes apparent, suggesting ovarian aging isn't simply a story about fewer follicles, but changes already underway at the cellular level. To be careful, becomes observable earlier is not the same as causes aging everywhere else. So, back to the question we started with, where does aging actually happen? Not in one place. It happens in DNA, in mitochondria, in the conversation between cells, in how the whole body keeps itself coordinated all at once, all feeding each other, which raises the next question. If these same biological mechanisms are present in all of us, why do some people age faster than others? That's where we go next. This is Research Friday. Every Friday, we read one study together.